is, can the German attack pose problems for their illustrious opponent's defence tonight? Germany have scored 14 goals at these finals. However, 8 of them came in one match against Saudi Arabia. It is the 30th of June, 2002. A date with destiny for Germany and Brazil. And even if it takes extra time, even if it takes a penalty shootout, one way or the other, one of these nations is going to be crowned world champions this evening. Remarkably, given their long, proud histories of these competitions, this is the first time that Germany and Brazil have ever faced each other at a World Cup. Ronaldinho immediately on the attack for Brazil. And the challenge by Thomas Linke. Corner for the South Americans. In Ronaldo and Oliver Kahn, we have arguably the best striker in the competition against the best goalkeeper. Header sails over Karsten Ramelov. Gilberto Silva, the Athletic Mineiro midfielder, looking for his first goal at this World Cup. Brazil hoping to claim their 5th World Cup title after the agony of losing the final 4 years ago in France. Brazil won't be taking anything for granted here this evening. Michael Ballack, a huge miss for Germany. He had scored 3 goals en route to this final, but misses out due to suspension. Ballack got the winners in each of the quarter-final and the semi-final for Germany. 1 goal was all that was needed in those games. 1 goal could be enough for the Europeans tonight. Oliver Neuville of Bayer Leverkusen, 30th international cap for him tonight. And here is Cleberson, taking advantage of a hesitation by Jeremies, but Oliver Kahn has it covered. Brazil reached this final by beating England in the quarters and Turkey in the semi-final. Ronaldo scored the winner against the Turks. That was the only goal of the game. Cafu, who remarkably is playing in a 3rd consecutive World Cup final. Winner in '94 in America, runner-up in Paris 4 years ago, and now Cafu, captain of Brazil in 2002. Lucio, one of his defensive partners, knows all about German football, lives in Germany, plays with Bayer Leverkusen. Teammate of Brent Schneider here is in possession. And Roberto Carlos with an important touch as that came across the penalty area. Frings sees it out, knowing it will be a German throw. Frings to Ramelov. Torsten Frings, who's played every minute of this World Cup for Germany. There's only 2 outfield players who've done so, Frings and Linke. This is Rivaldo. Unable to pick out Cleberson. First World Cup to be held outside Europe and the Americas. Is it going to end up with a European or a South American winner? Here is Ronaldinho, who's been one of the stars of the tournament so far. Cafu, 110th cap for him tonight. Ronaldo chasing the tournament's golden boot. Roberto Carlos to Rivaldo of Barcelona with a quick feet. Brazil finding their tempo and rhythm. Good challenge, needed to be. Thomas Linke winning it back for Germany, who've now been awarded a free kick. Yeah, Luigi Collina laying down the law early on. It is a booking for Roque Jr., the AC Milan defender. Sixth appearance of this World Cup for Roque Jr. Lincoln. Searching from Ramalov. Towards Miroslav Klose, who is Germany's top scorer of the tournament so far. He's got 5 goals here in Japan and Korea. He's one fewer than Ronaldo on the opponent's side tonight. Bernd Schneider, who started every game of this World Cup for Germany to take. The referee needs eyes at the back of his head here to keep tabs of a very busy penalty area. Rehearsed move for the Germans. Brazil's defense stands for sheer weight of numbers, ensuring the shot doesn't get through to the goal. Neuville. Schneider shepherded out by Roberto Carlos. If Brazil do win here tonight, they will become the first nation to ever win the World Cup on 5 occasions. German win would see them draw level with Brazil as the 2 nations to have won it the most often. So far, Brazil have lifted a World Cup 4 times, Germany 3. Now this is Cleberson taking advantage of some sloppy German defending. 3rd start of the World Cup for Cleberson. Juninho had become the first 4 games in midfield alongside Gilberto Silva, but Cleberson has now started each match since the quarter-final. Cafu, the Roma defender. They were runners-up in Italy this season behind the winners Juventus. 24th game in charge of Brazil for Luis Felipe Scolari. Closes knee into the small of the back of Cafu. Again, Klose involved in an aerial battle. And Nielsen intimating that he was caught in the face by Miroslav Klose. And Germany's star striker is shown a yellow card early in the match. Collina pointing to his elbow, implying that that's what the German led with, and he did. Elbow into the face of rugged Brazilian defender Edmilson. Edmilson, who plays his club football in France with Lyon. They won the French championship this season. Very important player for Scolari. Edmilson, he's tough on the back, but he also brings the ball into the midfield for his team. Temporarily, Brazil will play with 10 men while Edmilson gets patched back up. He scored a goal of this tournament, Edmilson. It came in Brazil's 5-2 win against Costa Rica in the group stage. This is Neuville. He's had a very good tournament. Runs into a defender at Germany. Keep the forward momentum going here. There were 2 waiting in the penalty area. In comes the cross from Schneider. Brave goalkeeping from Marcos, assisted by Edmilson. Encouraging signs for the German coach, Rudi Völler. Nice interplay with Schneider, able to look up before delivering the cross. His target was Klose. And Brazil relieved to hear the referee's whistle, a foul on Lucio, and a free kick to the South Americans. Hat-trick against Saudi Arabia in the group stages for Miroslav Klose. 10 minutes in, and it is still scoreless in the World Cup final. Ramelov's header. Neuville. Good tackle from Gilberto Silva. He's made quite a name for himself at this tournament. Brazil's number 8. Neuville, who's played in all but one of Germany's games at this World Cup. This is Roque Jr. Hamann in the midfield, down for Frings. Germany unable to keep it on the field of play. Before this World Cup, Germany had a lot of injury problems. Sebastian Deisler was due to be one of their star players here. He was ruled out with a knee injury. Picked it up just 2 days before the German squad left for Japan. Mehmet Scholl, Christian Wörns, Jens Novotny, they all missed out on the final 23 due to injury. Rivaldo, who's had a very good tournament so far, 5 goals for the Barcelona man at this World Cup. Nielsen. Good pressure from Neuville. Germany profit from that pressure. Closes in the middle. Neuville unable to deliver the cross. Kleberson. Tackle Klose, and this is Frings. It's been a high-tempo start for Germany. Hamann. Build-up, many feeling that the Germans would sit back and defend Brazil, but they are taking the game to the South Americans in the early stages. Neat footwork from Roberto Carlos to clear away. Hamann plays his club football in England with Liverpool. Metzelder, Borussia Dortmund. From Marco Bode. However, whistle was blown. Marcos, who started all 7 games for Brazil at this World Cup so far, has made some important saves along the way. Neuville jumping into the defender, Roque Jr. there. His eyes weren't on the ball at all. Free kick to Brazil. Pierluigi Collina, widely recognized as the world's best referee. A fitting official for a game on this stage. Ronaldo, who's not been given a sniff so far. Kostin Ramelov right on top of Ronaldo. Disappointing game 4 years ago in the World Cup final in Paris, hoping for better things tonight in Japan. This is Kleberson, who has had a bright start to the game in the Brazil midfield. Header away by Lincoln. Lucio for Brazil. He's got to lose it here. Chance of a counter-attack. Klose doesn't have much support at the moment. Schneider. That's lovely. Back into Klose. Real chance for Germany. Bernd Schneider looking every bit of Brazilian himself with that skill to get into the crossing position. Closer in search of his 6th goal of the competition. Neuvel's corner. Away just about. Hamann. Great first touch from Schneider. And taken down by Roberto Carlos, so that is a free kick to Germany in attacking position. Well, he's renowned for his powerful shot, his silky skills, Roberto Carlos, but he knows how to get stuck in defensively and do the mean stuff as well. Bode jostling for position. Roberto Carlos did great work as a one-man wall to block that free kick at source and ensure it didn't get into the penalty area. Roque Jr. Ronaldo. This is Ronaldinho now. German defenders afraid to lunge in, their patience rewarded. Bode's clearance up towards Metzelder. Closer, cleverly leaves it for Neuvel. Tackled by Cafu and fouled by the Brazil captain. It's been a no-nonsense start for the Brazil defence. They are not taking prisoners in the early stages. They don't want to give Germany an inch. Schneider to take the free kick. Disappointing. Ronaldinho to Kleberson. Now they'll try to stretch the German defence with Ronaldo. And he's unfortunate, the Inter Milan striker. Very animated Luis Felipe Scolari in the early stages. Roberto Carlos unable to pick out Rivaldo. Roberto Carlos, who had a disappointing season domestically with Real Madrid. They finished outside the top 2 in Spain. Deportivo La Coruña ahead of them in second, and champions Valencia now hoping for silverware on the international stage. This is Ronaldinho for Ronaldo! What an opportunity. Brazil's number 9. 9 times out of 10 he would have put that away. It is undoubtedly the clearest cut opportunity of this World Cup final so far. Ronaldinho, precision in the pass for Ronaldo, who just seemed to snatch at it. Not the comfortable, smooth finish we would expect from one of the world's deadliest strikers. An early let-off perhaps for Germany. Thomas Linke of Bayern Munich. Forward by Frings to Neuvel. Hamann. Back by Jons Jeremies. This is Thorsten Frings. Jeremies who's come into the midfield in the absence of the suspended Michael Ballack. Metzelder. Bode. Under pressure from Cafu. Just well to hold on to it. Marco Bode of Werder Bremen. Linke. Hamann. Brazil, when they don't have possession, working very hard to limit the opportunities for Germany. Header by Edmilson. Hamann, lovely touch. It's Roberto Carlos. Anywhere will do. Forward from Ramalov. Decent hook from Klose. He was trying to pick out Neuville. Confident play from Lucio. Ronaldo almost back to Lucio. That was a barnstorming run. Now he's out of position as Germany tried to counter it. This time the foul from Edmilson and Klose. Those two who clashed earlier in the game. Elbow from Klose on Edmilson. And a little bite back from the Leon defender there. '18th cap for his country tonight for the 25-year-old Edmilson. Schneider to take the free kick. Hamann was stretching. That will be a foul and a free kick to Brazil. And it has been a busy opening quarter of the match for the Italian referee. Emperor Akito, the 125th Emperor of Japan, looking on. It has been a wonderful tournament, the first in Asia, staged between Japan and Korea. Such wonderful hosts in both nations. This is Neuville. Unable to shrug off the attentions of Lucio. Two Bayer Leverkusen teammates facing up to each other there. Gets the ball cleanly initially, Lucio. Glance at the watch for Rudi Völler. And the frustrated figure of Michael Ballack. 3 goals at this tournament for Germany. Only Miroslav Klose has scored more for the team. And yet he is forced to be a spectator. He picked up 2 yellow cards in the knockout stages. Rivaldo's flick on. Ronaldinho unable to get there. This is Hamann. Dietmar Hamann beaten by, well, initially by Roque Jr., but Germany get it back. Schneider to Frings. Good ball for Frings. Klose was rising. Good spell this from Germany. Bode taking on Cafu. Expert defending from Brazil's captain. But no doubt about it, Germany are asking questions of their South American opponent so far. Neuville's been busy in the early stages. 1 goal for him at this tournament. Lucio not taking his eyes off Klose. Marcos Thuram coming for that, then he retreated the goalkeeper. Nielsen's got a problem with his left knee. Neither coach would want to be forced into an early change in a game like this. Tactical instructions between the coach and the captain. Down goes Ronaldinho, no free kick. Strong in the air from Roque Jr. This is Cleberson to Roberto Carlos. And a Brazilian flair from Cleberson. Rivaldo. Cleberson. Better movement now from Brazil. Roberto Carlos. Away by Lincoln. Roque Jr. Asking an awful lot of Cafu, ultimately asking too much. But some signs of invention from Brazil. So far in the game, just one big chance created for Ronaldo, which he put wide. Flying header from Roque Jr. Ronaldinho's been well shackled in the early stages, the Paris Saint-Germain playmaker. He was suspended for the semi-final after the red card against England, back in tonight. Frings held up by Roberto Carlos, who felt it should have been a Brazilian throw. Frings. Boda just wasn't able to control it on the edge of the D. Three German central defenders have played most of the games alongside each other. For Karsten Ramelov, he has missed two of the matches along the way, but Metzelder and Linke have been ever presence in the starting 11s from Rudi Völler in Japan. Metzelder hooking it clear. Helped on by Boda. Klose beaten by the bounce, but well anticipated by Neuville. Into Schneider. Now some spaces open up for Boda here, but a disappointing first touch. He could have been in. Cafu relieved to be given the chance to clear away. Good build-up though from Germany, you've got to say. Down goes Ronaldo. It's been a frustrating evening so far for the Inter Milan striker. Here come Brazil again. Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, back to Ronaldo, he's in here. Oliver Kahn makes the save. Huge chance for Brazil. Again, set up by Ronaldinho. But it wasn't a clean shot from Ronaldo. That's two he's had now. Close it. And he will take the corner. Last touch off Ed Nielsen. This is the sort of opportunity that are normally food and drink to Ronaldo. Just wanted to nudge it beyond Kahn. But he's stretching, it's just a toe, he gets to it. Needed better to beat the outstanding goalkeeper of the tournament. Neuvel's delivery, punched by Marcos, good goalkeeping. Ronaldo's the only one who stayed up for Brazil. Half an hour played. No goals in Yokohama, in front of 70,000 in the stadium. An enormous worldwide global TV audience. This is the largest of all these stadia being used at this 2002 World Cup between Korea and Japan. Fitting venue for the big decider. Ronaldinho, unable to pick out Ronaldo. Good defending from Ramalov. Ronaldinho gets it back. And between them, Rivaldo and Roberto Carlos left it for each other. Thorsten Frings happy to nip in and win it back for Germany. Rivaldo to Ronaldinho. Cafu. Gilberto Silva. Okay, Junior on to Roberto Carlos. More fluid movement now from Brazil. They're beginning to settle into this World Cup final. Two big opportunities presented for Ronaldo already from Scolari's team. Good anticipation. Does Germany get it back again? Di Barhama. Ronaldinho, who has not had much space tonight with Metzelder, as close to him as possible. Inexperienced international Christoph Metzelder, but he has come into his own at this tournament. Just 21 years of age. Gilberto Silva. Okay, Junior. Now Ronaldo. Cafu, great first touch of the chest. And Marco Bode had to be on high alert to clear away. No hanging around for the Brazilians. Keepy uppies from Rivaldo. Closer gave it away rather cheaply. Lucio wasn't able to keep it on the field of play. Throw it to Germany. Ronaldinho, who has created both of the big chances for Ronaldo. He's been on the receiving end of some heavy treatment as well. Very much a marked man. If you can stop Ronaldinho, you've got a very good chance of stopping Brazil. Ronaldinho. Mesmeric footwork at times. This is Rivaldo. Now Ronaldo. Heavy first touch invited the challenge, and Lincoln lunged in. Roberto Carlos. Ronaldinho. Haaland with the crunching tackle. That's very good. That will give the Germans a lift. Well executed, well timed from Dietmar Hamann. Ramalov. And again, Karsten Ramalov. Bayern Leverkusen defender looking for his first goal of this World Cup. This is Bernd Schneider. He's done well against Gilberto da Silva, who battled back. And it will be a corner to Germany. He's picked up a lot of admirers of this tournament, Gilberto Silva. Real evidence there of how committed Germany have been to attacking in this first half. 5 corners compared to Brazil's 1 so far. Whistle had been blown before the ball came in. All sorts of pushing and shoving going on in there.